Harper in love. The rival problem. Poisons? asks Slughorn, clutching a large bag of caramelized pineapple. Ah, you must have been reading ahead. Professor Merrythought warned me in advance, he says, getting closer and giving him a wink that feels very personal. Uncomfortably personal. What is it that you wish to know? How to murder Minerva McGonagall is the answer that, sadly, he can't give. Are there untraceable poisons? He asks. Plenty, Slughorn answers with a chuckle, but none that we'll learn to brew in class. Tom scowls. Will they ever learn anything useful? Don't you worry, says Slughorn, patting his head. You won't find such things in this school. So much for the best wizarding school, then. Maybe he can push her down the astronomy tower. Ah, but how to be up there at the same time as her? Tom needs to learn more about McGonagall. You need to make a Gryffindor friend, he tells Erton as they leave potions class. Erton is sociable and dumb enough to mingle with the Gryffindor kids. A perfect candidate. Why? He complains. As Tom turns to twinkle at him, Erton pales and quickly waves his hands in front of him. Wouldn't Professor Dumbledore like it if you befriended one yourself? Ah, even the dumbest Slytherin has good ideas sometimes. Tom nods approvingly. Go bring me a Gryffindor kid to befriend, he tells him. He's got more important things to do. Minerva McGonagall won't get herself into a tragic accident on her own. The second best class. Tom pairs with Thoros and Irving in herbology because Abraxas awakes his urges to hex people, and that's something one shouldn't do in front of professors. Erton and Argo will have to take one for the team and endure him. Next to them and around their own bouncing bulb sit Gamp, Max, and Tripe, the most bearable of the Slytherin girls. Riddle, asks Gamp, are you about to outshine us all again with your brilliance? She has a crush on him, the poor thing. Of course, Harper, he says and smiles brightly. Gamp's smile is a bit tense. She should relax, even if Tom's radiance is blinding. I think she was being sarcastic, says Thoros, who just doesn't understand girls. Nonsense, Tom corrects him. I was, says Gamp, who must be feeling embarrassed and is now in denial. Good morning, class, interrupts Professor Herbert Beery, who's easily the most cheerful man Tom's ever seen. Are you ready to take on some bouncing bulbs? The class choruses along, yes. Then can you tell me what spell we need to use to make them behave, if their bounce is too bouncy? Tom raises his hand. Incendio, he answers happily. The boys around him flinch and Harper Gamp flushes. Yes, such a big crush she has. Tom just loves herbology. The lemon drops. Ah, I'm glad I could answer your questions to your satisfaction, says Professor Dumbledore. Tom wants to roll his eyes. Of course he could. The man's a genius. Thank you, Professor, says Thoros politely as he stands. Before you leave, he says, a lemon drop? Tom eyes the little yellow muggle treats. He's had them in the orphanage. He's had plenty because they're cheap. He hates sweets. He hates lemon. They're my favorite, says Professor Dumbledore, eyes twinkling powerfully. Thank you, Tom says, and elbows Thoros in the ribs. Me too, yes, says Thoros, who's probably never had a muggle thing so close to his delicate, pureblood face. Take the bag, offers the professor. Share them with your friends. And Thoros and Tom leave the office with 2 pieces in the mouth each and a large bag in hand. Can I spit them? Asks Thoros, or he tries to say it, because he's doing his best to not let his own saliva melt the candy, and his vocalization isn't at its best. No,